Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're ready for some
tea to be spilled.
because today I'm bringing you the Q&A. I've got my cup of tea and I'm ready to spill it. That was really bad, oh god. Go and grab a drink, get a cup of tea, get a coffee, grab a snack because we're about to get into it and it's gonna be juicy. So a few days ago I asked my Instagram followers to ask me some questions over there and you guys came through. I said there were no limits and you didn't limit them, so I'm gonna answer them today. I should say that I got a lot more questions than I expected to, so I won't be able to answer them all. I feel like I'll probably do 2 parts. So today I'm gonna answer personal questions about drinking, which came up a lot, and then also questions about boys. So I'm gonna start off with the normal questions and then we'll dive into the juicy ones. So I'm nervous. First question is, how old are you? So I am 23 years old. My birthday is on the 31st of January. Go and save it and send me a present on my birthday, thank you. What are you studying at university? So I have just finished the GDL, which is the Graduate Diploma in Law, which is a law conversion that you do after an undergraduate degree not in law. So I did a history degree at the University of Leeds to begin with, and then I am starting my next law degree in September, which is the LPC, which is the one you do after the GDL. So it's technically 2 years before I then start my training contract next September, which I will go on to in another video, don't worry. Oh my god, why am I shaking? I'm gonna have some tea to calm myself down. Ooh. Okay, I got this question loads actually. How tall are you? I'm 5'3", so I'm quite short. I feel like I don't look as short as I actually am because my legs are super long. Do you want to stay in London forever? Yes. So I see myself living in London probably for the majority of the rest of my life, but I am going to work at an international law firm next year. So as kind of part of the training contract, you do different seats in different areas, and my law firm is very, very good at sending the trainees abroad. So I'm hopefully going to go and work in Singapore and Paris, preferably for at least 4 months at a time. So I expect to be going abroad at some point in the next 2 years to work. So that will be cool. Oh, that kind of brings on to the next question as well. Which is the next country I'd like to visit? I really want to go to Bali. I know that's so basic, but I feel like it's, yeah, Bali, you know. Oh, this is quite a good one. Have you ever been bullied because of your hair colour? Yes, I have. Growing up as a ginger kid, if you're ginger, you will know, like, you do get picked on, you do get the comments. I remember when I'd be walking along the street, I'd kind of get people shouting out of their cars, like, rude comments. Like, makes you a hard character, it does get to you sometimes. I tried to dye my hair on several occasions, which went really badly. People stop when they grow up and when you grow up, if that makes it any better. I haven't had anyone make fun of me recently. Have I ever gotten into a physical fight? No, but I did bite a girl once, but I feel like that's another story for another time. Is my brother single? No, he's not. He's engaged and he's living in Hong Kong at the moment, and I miss him very, 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 very much. Okay, so those were the easing in questions. So the next category we're coming on to is alcohol. Right. I also feel like I need to slow down because I'm talking really fast because I'm nervous. Right. What is my go-to drink for getting drunk? Now this changes depending on the occasion. I like a glass of wine if it's like dinner or a more sophisticated event. I'm not a big cocktail girl, I think because I don't like drinks that are too sweet, and I've also thrown up quite a lot of times after drinking too many Cosmos once. So that kind of put me off of cocktails for a bit. Gin and tonic, classic, yeah. How often do I drink to get drunk? Now, again, this really, really depends on the time of year, what I'm doing, whether I'm studying or not. I haven't drank for the last 3 months or so because I've been studying for my law exams. Yeah, I haven't got drunk in ages, besides last week. But I can also go through a week where if there's loads of social events happening, I could probably drink 4 or 5 times a week. We're young, why not? Best places to drink in London. Anywhere not expensive, so not many places. There are some nice places and there are also some not nice places. It really depends on your vibe. There's pubs, bars, clubs. There's very like bougie places where you get like people like staring at you, and I don't like that. So I'm more of a pub gal personally, and I like Shoreditch area, Soho area for drinking. That's just my personal preference. How to avoid eating drunk food on a night out. Now, I am the wrong person to ask about this because my trademark at university was getting a whole large pizza from the kebab shop after a night out, and then I would eat it in the 10-minute walk that it took me to get home. To be fair, I was only going out like once every 2 weeks or once a week in my final year, but that was what I would do every time. So yeah, I didn't avoid it. Just do it. You're drunk, have fun, don't have any regrets. Oh my god, yeah, there's also the story of me getting banned from the kebab shop in Leeds for abusing the burger sauce. So basically, I used to go into this kebab shop in first year, and every time I went in there, I love burger sauce. Like, put it all over my cheesy chips every single time. It sounds gross. It kind of was gross. But it got to the extent where the people in the kebab shop were so pissed off that every time I went in, I would just abuse the burger sauce that they banned me from going in. So yeah, there you go. What kind of a drunk am I? I think I'm a giggler, yeah. When I get drunk, I just smile and giggle. So kind of what I'm doing now. Okay, so oh god, right. Now I'm going to answer some questions about boys and relationships. Basically all the juicy questions you guys wanted to know, and I'm going to expose myself probably quite a lot. So I'm going to drink some more tea before I do so. Oh, panicking. So, I feel like before I answer these questions, I should address the fact that I got so many questions about me and my boyfriend, how we were coping with lockdown, stuff like that. So the first thing to address is that unfortunately me and my boyfriend did break up a little while ago. It wasn't on bad terms at all, it was mutual and we're still friends. So yes, that kind of brings me on to the other host of questions that I got, which am I single? So technically, yes, I'm single, although I'm not looking for a relationship right now. Do I have a type? I would like to say no, but yes. I don't intentionally have a type, but I always seem to go for the same type. Tall, dark, handsome. God, why am I so basic? This is gonna sound really weird, but I also quite like a big boy, if that makes sense. Like, not necessarily muscly, but like even a dad bod. Yeah, just like I want to be smaller than the boy is. I know that sounds really stereotypical, but there we go. I'm being honest. What do I look for in a date personality wise? So I feel like in the past I've tried to categorize what I look for in a person too much, and actually you just kind of have to see if you click with someone, and it will probably change every time. Well, that's what I found anyway. I guess the common denominator is funny, caring, someone with quite high morals, someone that's not too nuts. I like my time in and I like my time out, so someone that can both appreciate going out and staying in, I think is quite a good thing. Also gym. I actually haven't been with anyone that's been super into the gym, which is quite funny. So yeah, I don't necessarily need them to be into the gym as well. Here we go. Oh god. When did you lose your virginity? So I lost my virginity when I was 17, and it was with my long-term boyfriend at the time. And that brings me on to the next question, which is, what is the longest relationship you've ever had and why did it end? So the longest relationship I had was that relationship, and it lasted 2.5 years, and It ended, honestly, it was such a long time ago, I can't exactly remember. That was such a lie. It was the hardest breakup of my life. Yeah, it took me a long time to get over. I was just about to go into my second year of university, and I was in a bad place for a really long time, but it's okay, we got over it, and I feel like getting over your first love is always the hardest. My camera aptly timed out just then. Yeah, it definitely taught me how to be strong on my own, and I actually wouldn't change it now, even though it was really hard at the time. What was your first time like? Terrifying. I remember it being very, very scary, and I also remember being drunk. Now, I wouldn't recommend this, but I just had a Nando's, I was a bit drunk, and it happened, so there we go. Body count. Oh, I like, why do people use that term? Like, it sounds like I've killed them or something. It's such a terrible phrase, but okay. How do I answer this? Can I say less than 10? That's a very diplomatic way of answering. There we go. When did I have my first boyfriend? So I was 17. Yeah, 17. Who is your celebrity crush? Ben Affleck. All the way. If anyone has seen Armageddon, my favourite film, and Ben Affleck is just... I love him. Okay, so those were some very, very quick fire Q&A questions. I'm sorry, I was so nervous. I feel like, I don't know why I hyped that up in my head way more than it actually was, but there we go. So I know I didn't answer even half of the questions that you guys sent me, so thank you so, so much for sending them all in. I will address all of the other categories of questions, so uni, law, fitness, food, and I also got a couple of questions about my hair loss journey, which I feel like I'll probably do a whole separate video about, so stay tuned for that. And I hope you enjoyed. I hope that you sipped your tea with me. I feel violated, but there we go. Thank you for watching. Please, please like and subscribe, and stay tuned for the next video. I think it's going to be a good one.